Hi, welcome to Taste This TV. I'm Chef Joe Ciminera. Great show for you here today, talking about ceviches, but a different way of putting ceviches on a platter. Now, you talked about different apparatuses and skewers and ceviches that go classically in a cocktail cup like that. Now, we've all seen that, been there, done that. But what about this thing here called the Fresco olive container? Now, this thing's amazing because now let's just take in its simple form of what it is, which is basically to really speed up the process in making martinis and any type of bar drinks that could have olives on it or even fruit, anything on there. This is perfect. But when I first saw the ingredients, I said, wow, this would be great for the drink show. I mean, this is such a simple invention, but it's just like genius. But what about putting in there for ceviches, like putting things on a skewer for ceviche? And that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, we've got a lobster ceviche that we're going to be doing with microgreens, and we also have this Kobe beef that we're going to be using, where we're going to delicately, and I mean delicately, put just a tiny bit of acid in this, drop it in there, and this is like one of those things where you're going to put it in there, 10 minutes, you're going to serve it to your guest. And so this is really good because you can do, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 spots in here that you can have your skewers sitting in there for your guests. So any type of food service division or food service professional is going to love this thing, man, because it saves time. So today we got our lobster tails, and we're going to be using Gulf of Maine lobster tails here, and that's what we're going to be using today. And basically, when you're trying to get the lobster tail open, it's real simple. You're just going to cut from the top. You're going to butterfly the tail like so. And then you're going to take the meat out, and it'll come out really quickly, just like that. And that's what you have. Now, lobster ceviche is great, but you have to really slice it in the right way. You want to go this way as opposed to this way. All right, so you're going against the grain, and you're just making a couple of cuts here. And what you're basically going to be doing is putting the lobster on the skewer. Real simple stuff. And we're going to do another one like that. And next we're going to make this ceviche vinaigrette. Now there's a couple of things that I like to do with the vinaigrette. I like to use 3 different vinegars, right? So what we're going to do is take the lobster, you're going to put them on the skewers. Next we're going to make the ceviche vinaigrette, or basically it's a vinegar, right, that cooks it slow but doesn't overcook it. So that's why you got to be careful how long you let your seafood or meat kind of sit in that vinegar, because it does cook it. So sherry wine, red wine vinegar, this is the secret. Baby radishes. All right, put some baby radishes in there. They release an unbelievable flavor into this. Got some fresh garlic here. We're going to slap that down. Take our garlic, put the garlic in there like so. Now we're starting to go in a nice place here, right? So we got our garlic, then we got our white wine vinegar. Now we're using Lang Vineyard Shiraz. Now I just want a touch of this, just a touch. It's good to drink, and we will do that at the end of the show, but I just want a little bit in there. You're going to see what this Syrah does. So Syrah has always been a really good component of seafood. And then we got our oil that we're going to put in there as well. And this is what it looks like. We didn't even do anything yet, and it looks great. We're going to take a spoon. A lot of people like to put salt and pepper. I don't put any of that in the ceviche. I don't. I don't try not to add salt to too much of anything. You really don't need it if you balance the flavors right. All right. Now, we're going to take our skewer, go right down into this Fresco olive. And the name of this website is myfrescoolive.com, folks. You want to check them out. A little bit of lemon. We're using Meyer lemons. There is a difference. Now, we're going to put our ceviche right in this incredible invention that we got. These guys, sometimes it's the simplest things that really make a difference. I'm going to do this with beef in just a second, so stay tuned. Now, we got our ceviche. As you can see, it's in there, getting ready to go. And we're going to leave it in there. We said we weren't going to leave it in a long time. Now we're going to do the beef. Now, the beef is a mixture of hot tomatillo tomatoes, mint, right? You have to have this mint in there. And you got a little bit of the Syrah again. Now I put a little bit more in there because it is a heartier protein. It's a beef, so we just want a little bit more in there. Now we're going to mix that up, and already, man, the smell that comes off of this is incredible. What we're going to do is take this Kobe filet mignon. And again, when I say you don't want to leave this for a long time, you definitely don't. We're going to take the skewer, just like this. And put it right down in here, just like that. We're going to do one more. Now, I've chosen Kobe just for the sake of, you know, it is the best cut of beef when it comes to like flavor and fat marbleization. And we're going to take that, put that down. Take our spoon, go right in there. myfrescoolive.com. This is like a chef's dream come true. You don't think I'm going to do like candied lollipops in there? You're crazy. All right, now we got our ceviche. We're going to wait a couple of minutes here. We're going to get the microgreens, plate this baby, and we are finished. All right, now we're going to plate these babies up now. We're talking about a microgreen that we're using today. We're using a microgreen today. It's called Petite, seasons mixed, and this is from Fresh Origins. And man, you could see the chevron in there and everything else. I mean, look at this red oak. Beautiful. Got a lot of beautiful stuff in there. We're going to put our greens in there like so. Now, when you're talking about microgreens, you want to be sure that you're not going to be weighing it down too much with a lot of oil, and you certainly don't want to add any vinegar because that'll continuously just break down the structure of the green. So you just want a little bit of oil, a little bit of salt, and mix this baby like so. You get the flavor, you get the shine, you get the oil. Now, what we're going to do is take our plate. We're going to start with our beef. We're going to take a little bit of our greens, like so. And I mean, these greens are really beautiful. You can see, and you get the nice height there as well. We're going to take our lemon. We're going to slice a couple of lemons here. Put them down on the center like that. And then we're going to take our ceviche. We're going to start with our, look at this. Look at that. Now that is ready to go. That is ready to be consumed. We're going to put that right there on top like that. Take the other one, put it like that as well. And then we're going to take a little bit of this incredible salsa that we did before. And we're just going to put it around like so. All right. That's our one ceviche, which I can't wait to have. Now next, we're going to take our greens again, and we're going to put them in a line like so. Get a little three-dimensional here. And we're going to take our lobster. We're going to crisscross these lobsters. This is beautiful. Look at this, right across there. And that is remarkable. Take a little bit of this sauce too. Go down on there, get a little color in there. Then we're going to take some lemon zest. Just going to take a chiffonade of lemon. Just throw it over the top. And there you have it. Two versions of ceviche. Incredible. Using this, myfrescoolive.com. I got a lot of things to work with this season on Taste This TV that we're going to be using with that product. Now, we're going to toast out with this Lang Vineyards Syrah 2016. Man, I'm going to tell you that this is one of the best Syrahs I've tasted this year. Beautiful body wine, nice legs to the nose. Wow, unbelievable. Thank you for watching this fun-filled episode of Taste This TV. I'm your host, Chef Joe Ciminera. Remember, there are no rules in cooking, certainly not in your ceviches, and how you marinate it. Taste this. Hi, welcome to Taste This TV. I'm Chef Joe Ciminera. We got a great show for you here today. We're talking about marshmallows, gummies, candies, you name it. Now, everyone has a sweet tooth, but today we're going to really show you an easy look at how to do this stuff, and it all starts with gelatin, a good quality leaf gelatin, which we have here by Gelita. And Gelita has a really incredible balance of what you need for all your gelatin needs, whether you're making panna cotta, whether you're making gelées, whether you're making just any kind of gummies or candies or even marshmallows. And today we're going to show you how easy it is and how good it is to use a product and how important it is to use it. So basically what happens is there's a difference between powdered gelatin and leaf gelatin. Now when people say leaf gelatin, they mean this: 100% collagen in this leaf, which is very easy to reconstitute with water, or they use the term bloom, and it's going to get it nice and full of water, full of texture, and then it's going to go into the pot on what we're going to be doing today. So today we're going to take these leaves of gelatin and we're going to put them in cold water. You should always put them in cold water, never hot. So we're just going to take 4 of these babies and we're going to put them in like so. Now, they go right into the bowl, so you don't have to worry about, did I do it right, did I miss a step? Everything's really easy here. And what you're going to notice is, every couple of seconds, it's going to take on a different shape. And that means the gelatin is actually absorbing the cold water here. And this is going to be an intricate part, probably the most important part, to any kind of marshmallow making or gummies or any type of candies or a good thickener. So if you even want to make a thick dessert like a panna cotta, that would be a perfect situation. So we have our gelita in here, our gelatin, leaf gelatin, and it's reconstituted. At the same time, we have our corn syrup here. Our corn syrup is also with some sugar that we put in there as well, and we're going to boil this down to a simple syrup. And the whole idea is to put it into the mixer there, whip it till it turns nice and white. Then we're going to spread it on this mixture that we have here. Now, the only way that you can keep the marshmallows from really sticking, because it becomes a real sticky product, is if you sort of line the bottom of your pan here with a mixture of cornstarch and extra confectionery sugar, they call it 10x sugar, and then you'll be good to go. So, to get started, we obviously have our simple syrup being boiled down here. We have our gelatin that's blooming. When you're making any simple syrup, you obviously want to be very careful that the sides of the bowl don't have any kind of sugar crystals and stuff like that, because then they'll start to burn around. So we've had this boiling for a little bit here and it's getting nice and thick. What we're going to do is throw it into the mixer. Now you just have to be patient with this and let it do its thing. It's going to get thick eventually, and then you're going to take that thick mixture, and it's very sticky by the way, and put it into that pan, and then we're just going to let it sit out. And usually about 2 hours you're going to have an incredible marshmallow-like product, which we're going to show you in a couple of minutes here. Now at this stage, I like to do things a little bit different. I'm going to take this leaf gelatin and put it right in now. And that's actually going to mix it in. It's going to really fortify it, and it's going to get it the gelatinous consistency that we're looking for. So you're going to add your leaf gelatin like that while the mixture is obviously still hot. It's going to dissolve all over that product. And as you notice with this, it gets thicker and thicker and thicker, and that's a sign that it's almost done. That's the secret for making perfect marshmallows. Now this stuff is super gooey, so you want to work fast. That's a perfect marshmallow consistency right there, my friends. All right, now you're going to take that marshmallow and you're going to set it right down on this pan like so. Spread it out a little bit, but you shouldn't have to do too much. We're going to take this in the back just to rest a little bit, and then we're going to cut it up, cube it up, put a little 10x sugar on top of that baby, and it's gonna be ready. Okay, so now, we're gonna jump to the marshmallows now. We talked about letting it sit for a couple of hours, and it is, and I just wanna kind of show you what it looks like here. And as you can see, at this point now, it's gonna get very stiff. You can actually take it and move it around, right? So what I've done is I've cut this ahead of time. Now, you need a lot of confectionery sugar around. You need to kind of dip your knife. You need to make sure that there's sugar on the knife when you cut this, so that you're able to pick this up and it looks like a marshmallow. I'm telling you right now, you make this recipe using this gelatin and you're gonna be smiling from here to Texas. And by the way, we filmed this in New York. So now you're gonna take this knife again and you're just basically gonna cut pieces so the knife doesn't stick, and you got your marshmallows. Now I did a bunch ahead of time, so we don't have to sit and watch it. Now these are perfect for anything. I mean, what do you use marshmallows for? S'mores and stuff like that, right? So you can put a whole bunch of really cool chocolates and graham crackers and stuff like that on them. And what we're gonna do is just put our marshmallows over the top. And you could even dip it with more sugar if you wanted to, but these look beautiful. Now, and they probably could have sat out just a couple of more minutes longer, but that's fine because I like my marshmallow a little bit on the soft side. But these are great because they held shape. We put them on top, and there you have it. So we got our marshmallows, a little bit of confectionery sugar on there. So now we got our marshmallows, everything's looking good, and off to the next recipe.